great ain't solid now, but when you eatin', everybody want a plate, want a seat at the table, wanna act like they grateful. Don't mess with outsiders, y'all looking real unstable. If anything, they should ask me how I do it. Start taking notes, recording my every movement. I know that I'm the best and I ain't gotta.
What's up, friends? Welcome to my very first solo episode of KB's Community. So I hope you guys will stick with me and be interested in what I have to say. So first, let's do a little update on the podcast. It has been a little over a year in June since we started doing the podcast. And I can say it's been an interesting experience. It's been up, it's been down, but mostly up. I've seen the personal growth that came from it, the amount of connections I was able to make within my creative community from it. That's definitely been the biggest plus for me. So I've had a few frustrations with like no calls, no shows, me sitting here and then people finally showing up finally calling me to tell me they're not going to come. And so like after a decent amount of last minute cancellations, like I got to a point where I almost wanted to quit, but then I had to remember what I was doing it for. And the fact that I was doing it for me and for my own growth, first and foremost. Yes, I wanted to highlight the community, but this was for me. And so as I remembered that, it made me want to persevere in what I'm doing and keep going. Thank you for those who have been sticking with me through it and those who have been here watching from the beginning. Also, anyone who is new to KB's Community and those who will be in the future. So let's see, what else can I talk about next? I released a song 2 months ago, first time in about not even 2 months ago, June 20th, the first time in almost 2 years that I've released a song, just because I was going through some personal things. And then for a while, I wanted to focus on this side of it. Like I never completely quit music because I was always networking and always putting in some type of work toward it. I just wasn't actually making the music. But it's all coming together right now where like the connections and the music and everything is just happening for me at the right time. So I'm hopeful to see where things go from here. And I think it'll be awesome. Song is called Energy featuring Party at 4. It's a really fun song that it's gotten a write-up from Breaking and Entering, been featured by CW Hip Hop, and it's just kind of like the description that they gave it was, it sounds like you're in like a sweaty, dark club with with like really, it says, I don't know how they worded it. I can't word it right now, but how would I describe it? So it's like a mix of a lot of different sounds to me, because it at the bottom of it all, it has like a dance hall type beat, but then it has like R&B overtones, and then yes, like with the synths and everything. So I think it's a really cool sound. It's giving a little bit alt R&B mixed with dancehall, mixed with Afro beats, mixed with whatever else, just because I'm that type of person who listens to everything, loves everything, and I guess somehow it all mixes up in my head to create a different sound that is myself. So yeah. What else? I did have management for, it was very brief, probably about 2 months. So I'm going to get into that a little bit, but I also don't want to sit here and burn up anybody's name. So we're not going to name names, but we're going to get into that a little bit. So it was someone who is brand new to management. Someone who was brand new to management. We knew each other from something else. I'm not going to say what. I'm just going to say from business. We knew each other from business outside of music. He had an interest in music. I guess in the past had been a rapper, and when he was living in another state was doing some A&R, I guess. But yeah, he ended up moving back here. He wanted to be my manager. I let him know since I saw really good qualities in him, and I wanted him to know. I wanted him to know that since he is a first-time manager and has never done this before, I would really like the focus to be on me until we get me to the level I need to be at. So I asked him not to take on clients until he was a little more set in what he was doing, and he had me set in what I'm doing. Agreed to it. The next day, maybe 2 days later, posted on Instagram that he was looking for serious artists only, like looking for artists. So I'm like, okay. So when I mentioned it, was like, oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'll delete it. Deleted it. About a week later, I look on his Instagram and it says manager for Kendall Bell and a different artist. So he just went out of his way and just did what he wanted to. And I don't like when people don't stick to their word. It's always, always, always the principle with me, because I can forgive a lot of things. But if I see patterns and if it's the principle that I feel like you're like not respecting me and not respecting my wishes, and that's when I get like, yeah, when it's not okay. So we sat down. He partly talked about it, but not really. He kind of like, he in a way apologized, but not quite. So fast forward another week or two, and there's a third artist. So yeah, that happened. And then he started building a company, right? Which he started with me, right? But then it became him focusing more so on himself and his company and getting those two artists because he felt like they had more music out and all of that. But yeah, so you can just see how it's kind of how you can just see how it was selfish. He made a website, had those two on and not me, and of course had excuses. I don't have your professional pictures at or whatever. And then literally the day before my release, actually hours before my release, there was, I'm sure a lot of you heard of This Is For the City or This For the City. It was a huge concert with all of like Milwaukee's biggest celebrities at Washington Park at the band shell or whatever it's called. He booked his other two artists for that and not for me, literally the day before I dropped, hours before I dropped. And how did I find out? Via a flyer on Instagram. So that was kind of the last straw. It wasn't like it's never one thing with me, because I always give people multiple chances and I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt. But I mean, when people form patterns, it's hard to overlook at some point, and then you just feel like you're disrespecting yourself by continuing to let things go that you're really not okay with. So yeah. So the day I dropped was the day that I stopped having a manager, interestingly enough. His name was on the flyer for my release party, didn't come. All kinds of things that just show you that it's just not, the things that show you that it's not about you, it's about them, and that your wishes and your words are not really going to matter. So yeah. Okay, I want to move on from that though. So there's that. So I'm in between management right now, but kind of in talks with someone. I'll keep y'all updated when things become official. Yes. Yes, that's what I was doing, but now I feel like I can't elevate anymore without a manager, because I feel like I have all of the basic knowledge. I know that I can manage myself as well as a like entry level manager. I can manage somebody else as much as an entry level manager. You need to be able to get in rooms that I can't get into so you can carry my name and my talent into those rooms with you. Yes. Yes. No, not really. I just know that there's levels to this, okay? I know what level I'm at, and I feel like I'm almost capped in Milwaukee. And so, yeah, because I don't want to just be a Milwaukee artist. I don't want what I'm doing to stay local forever. Because to be honest, I feel like it's bigger than just the city, and I also feel like my music is not exactly catered to the city. So it has to be a manager who can get into those rooms and bring me with them and who sees a vision. If it's somebody who is experienced, they can have all the clients as long as they do their job. Like all I care about is making sure that you're taking care of me if you promised that you was taking care of me. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I think right now the only thing that's really missing is the marketing piece. And I've been doing better with posting at least and getting my song out there, getting my face out there, but there's only while the internet has a large reach and social media has a large reach, there's still only so much you can do by yourself if you don't already have a large following to push that, unless you're like buying ads and learning. I'm learning different marketing techniques right now from an actual marketer. So yeah, I really am in line. I have everything set up. Now it's just about when. It's the when. It's the when at this point. Yep. What's next for me? A music video for Energy. I just made another new song about 2 weeks ago. It's like a really cute, like poppy drill. No, is it drill? No, poppy like Jersey club type. Yeah, not drill. But I did get a song that is like a slow, sexy drill beat as well that I have to record, but it's written. So that's where that came from. But yeah, that's what's next. Also, I will be performing at Radio Milwaukee on August 23rd, 8 p.m. for Hyphen's latest and greatest live series. So make sure you hit the clap button. Okay. Thank you. So I'm actually really excited about that. Radio Milwaukee were the first to really show me love in the city, to pick up my music, play it on the radio regularly. Yeah, so we're locked in, and I really like what they're doing over there. I like the attention that they bring to local artists, and they just have a very personable feel. The people who work there are really great. They're very personable people. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. And what else do I got? I already said music video coming up. Yeah, so I'm just trying to work on content right now as well, which is a lot harder of a job than you think. I'm sure it becomes like second nature at some point, but having to concentrate on posting something every single day for growth is kind of a lot because life, you know. But anyway, is there anything else that either of you want to know before I wrap it up? How long I've been an artist? I started in 2018, and then I was inactive probably until about 2020. And then from there I just had like off and ons, but I would say the past 2 years or so I've been pretty consistent, even if not like with music, like I said, with networking and podcasts and all that. Yeah, thank you. Okay, well, thank you all for listening to my very first solo episode. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you like listening to me talk because that's the point of this. All right. One more question. What's up? Hmm. How's it going? You said. Um, it's going well, I guess. Just because he's well connected and is already ready to get my name and my work in front of like different labels and things. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for listening. This is KB's Community, and I will catch you next time. See ya.